Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see a team that can get it done on the ground. The Chiefs are top 10 in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Raiders team that wants to keep the running game in check.
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. They'll run it now out of the gun. He hops over him.
That's why you stretch.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
All right, here we go. Boom, land it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
Now let's go.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
I don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense, but the other defense is rated higher than them. You got to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Strong right. Big straight. Now.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And going deep for Hill. He's got it at the 15. A big play there for KC. 58 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Kelsey out in the slot right.
Set. Green, 39. Green. Gun.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Watch tight. Tight here right. Set. Green, 39.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. He's got a man, complete. A very solid gain of 27. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Hey, Purdue! He's crashing. He's checking crash. White Monday down. White 80. Later 9. Monday down. It's up. White 80.
On second down, here's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
29, down.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down, going for the deep ball. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Over.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
6-18.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense.
95. Down.
Ripkowski, the fullback, on the inside give. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Check. Lucky. White Monday down.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here we go. 180. It's up. 3 now.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Justin Houston in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This one taken from the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
White Monday down. Double up. He's coming, double up. Down.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Completes it right side to Cooper. A big hit. Knocked out sideways, right at the line of scrimmage.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gained?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to the running back, and when you get one set perfectly, you have to catch the ball, and that didn't happen on that play.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
On 3rd down, that's Garner. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Gun! Here we go.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Garner. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Low, low, low. Watch twist. Get set.
Carr now on first down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Justin Houston in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Watch tight end. Hey.
To throw on second down. Carr. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to look deep down the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And to give this time to the tailback. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And Hill running right through it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field.
Two times. 7-5-man box. Down. 185. 4 down. Even.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got some space here. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Hey, 734. Take 4. Low. Get down. Later 8. 734. Hey, 734. You wide 8. Check 43. Hey, Raider 2. Check. Crunch. 1. Raider 1.
To throw his Carr. Flush to his right. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. They go play action here on first down. And this is caught. It's Cooper. A good pickup there of 22.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
They are in the second quarter down in Miami. The Jets out to an early lead over the Dolphins. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And they let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Aaron Ripkowski. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now Oakland ready to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Carr now to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Down! Whitey! Rip left, rip left. White Monday down. Watch the edge. Express. 734. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Monday down. Choke, 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 choke.
Throwing his car on third down. And he's got Snead. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Get down, get down.
On first down, Carr. And Green with a catch left side. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Single, 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 single.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, here's Mahomes. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Conley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Looking deep in the direction. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa. And really pouring it on now are the Falcons. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw in that play. No gain.
And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Give him 30 yards there. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Down. Blue 80. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. It's Purdue. Coming.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Pushing through the contact. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Down. Blue 80. 45.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Monday, down. 7:34. Got four down. Check 37.
Shotgun now for Carr. And able to find Green. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Raider 1. Slam. 93. Check. Get down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Down! Lady! 45's the mic! I got you, punk! 29, White Monday!
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Tight end's right. Monday, down! Hey. 4 down.
Now Carr under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now on 4th down, Jack Del Rio's going to send on the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, I guess we're at the stage here where they wouldn't say no to any points, but I don't think field goals are what they're looking for here in the second half.
I don't either, Brandon. When you're down as much as they are, that's the sign of a head coach waving the white flag to me.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time
positive.
we have to leave the booth.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now a handoff looking right. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside, they can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Double tight. 4 down. All right, here we go.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And Conley's got it over the middle. 23 yards on the play. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jihad Ward in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Two tights. Hey, boys, all right, here we go.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Harris has it over the middle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a fourth down.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And Bullock will put this one through. Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium, they're in the third quarter in Tampa. And really pouring it on now are the Falcons. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. Eight.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And to give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Play clock winding down.
Here we go. 3 down.
On 3rd down. That's Garner. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium, they're in the 3rd quarter in Tampa. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Carter throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
To throw on third down. Carr. Caught right side. It's Snead. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Down, Raider 1. Get down, get down. Blue 80. Know your job. Express.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Tano Passanio able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, first down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 7. Been 1 man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 2nd down following the run. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
4 down, 4 down. Now let's go. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. And the Falcons sort of opening things up there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season.
Down. 637. Hey, Raider 2. Down. Blue 80. It's a party now. White Monday.
Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. And he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is is a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And now here comes Kansas City. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, "Why didn't you do that?" And they all looked at me and said, "Just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through." Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Caught here by Conley. The 20, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Elsewhere, a fourth quarter score now from Tampa. And really pouring it on now are the Falcons. A win would be their second on the young season. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Carr. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Okay, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Double tight.
Down. Blue 80.
4 down. Even.
Carr now on first down. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Double tight. 3 down.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
Double tight. We got 4.
Here we go now.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Hurry up. Here we go.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter